go to go and recite the rosaries.
Yeah, it's like you need to come back.
It was a military camp. Yeah, and it makes sense now. And it makes sense now. The training that maybe Bishop Herman gave us, we feel that maybe we were being like
doing the right thing at the wrong time.
but like it has softened us
The wrong way.
now. It has softened us now because certain things certain things we go through. Certain things we go through. I'm sure if we hadn't gone through those things then, maybe by now at our workplaces or other this thing would have been quite weak. At least there's good of things, irrespective of the kind of person you are. But don't you guys think that maybe the kind of punishments given to or meted out to students then were above the bar or too harsh? What do you guys think?
It didn't even make sense. Senseless.
Some of the things just be sadistic because I mean, in the first place, you don't start maltreating somebody when you have not oriented them, right?
Exactly.
So, like as you described, first day of school and everything, and then you start making somebody's life miserable when the person doesn't even know what to do. Like I came to German campus, I brought my box. I was a science student, and my parents left me there. That's it.
That's it.
All that I know.
No counseling services,
Nothing.
no
I
orientation.
literally just came to the school, and the only thing I know is where the box room is and where my bed is.
That was it.
That's all that I know about the school.
It was as if they threw you in the jungle
Exactly.
and then asked you to go fend for yourself.
Exactly. And then the
Like,
rosary
really?
prayers thing.
So you guys think it's a bad thing?
I don't say it's a bad thing, but in the end,
It wasn't just
you know,
the organization. It
Exactly.
wasn't organized properly.
Honestly, I bet you different. So yeah, listen, I bet I be like, you be like the world is becoming a little softer, right? Because look, at that age, no matter how, no matter in teenage, right? If you teenage, like teenagers, you fool with the back. So you do more foolish things at that time. So you have to check you, and believe it or not, every kid, all of us have kids. If you give a kid a chance, they go act stupid till you stab them. So then you expect already, 14, 15, you come there, get home training already.
but this is the thing.
So at that age,
I understand where you go to come
at
from,
that age,
but I feel like there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a discipline because you have for every child you need.
we understand the discipline aspect, but
let me come in. Who's discipline? Tell me the importance of letting someone dig a trench for like 6 feet and then cover it up. I could understand if you dig the trench and they use it like a dumpster where they put refuse in there. But you let someone waste their manpower. It's supposed to be in class and then.
It's a boot camp, right? Boot camp now. It's almost a boarding house.
I get it. Yes, I get it. But this is so for me. The issue I had was that first there was no orientation for us. Yes, I get it that we're like 14, 15-year-olds that are like in a new environment.
So you are talking about that now.
Yeah, I get it. This is the thing. But I mean, if you want to change stuff, completely like if you want somebody to do something, you have to first tell them what to do, and then if they don't do it the way they are supposed to do it, then you can go on to punish them or say something. But you don't punish somebody for something they don't know to do.
Just like John Paul's situation.
Do you get it? So you don't tell us why are you asking me why am I walking in the chapel? Why I don't even know that I have to run.
Why do we even have to run?
Exactly.
But then we should thank life. Life keep evolving.
Eventually,
we realize some things we really want our kids to go through.
This is the thing. So
some things will get up, but me, I feel say those kind of things. It's hierarchy. It's discipline. It's respect because you have levels of people before you, and you keep meet certain people. There's a ritual, there's a culture, there's a tradition, an institution. So we have all these things that we need to respect it. And then those are the things when you go into the corporate environment that you can understand how to dwell with the people there. Because back then you've been taught to this is how it is. There's a senior boss here. I mean, if you want to call college, and I want to call university or become a doctor or something. That's my point. people that even branched out, people see that they believe in that anyway. I feel that look, if I have a senior brother and he misbehave and he beat the hell out of me, and I say he's telling me, "Yeah, quite sorry, hey," and I don't know, oh, slow down, oh, kick you in the ass, bro. Speed up, let's go. Yeah, it's part of it, bro. It's brotherhood. It's
Nonetheless,
camaraderie.
honestly, yeah, I do share in Obo's opinion. Discipline should be part and parcel of us growing up, especially around that age. We definitely going to make all that silly mistakes, and we need to be guided. Yeah, uh, all those things I believe shaped us into who we are today. So that toughness, asking you to go dig and refill it.
You have to make
But
sense.
you
though.
see,
Sadism. Sadism will be to the extreme, and I can say it's a culture. Because in most of the yeah, so if you value honestly, if you value you being in class, you wouldn't go doing the wrong thing.
I think that maybe that is
Maybe
where
I say, oh, 2 years, and I'm going to hear ball and I'm going to real good one. I'm so bad, my school.
Agbebiade Anthony and a group of guys were punished to build, to dig those trenches.
These are our musicians.
They were supposed, Agbebiade Anthony, yeah. They were supposed to use that for the KVIP or whatever, and they didn't. For nothing. So the question is, how has all this training, all this punishment, shaped our lives?
I mean, I'll use my own life. Okay. I think most people think I'm one of the not so rowdy people from Bishop Herman.
Yeah.
This may be true. Like,
Did he say it used to be?
this could be true, but it's not. So the thing is, I mean, I enjoyed being in Bishop Herman.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get frustrated by a lot of things, like certain punishments, but it's fine. Like, I get it.
I think in America, it's a structure, right?
It's a structure.
They're trying to keep you
exactly. But from one thing I realized from the first year, when I realized that okay, most of the seniors don't even know what they're about. So all that they are there for, the reason
Just
why
to
they're there
punish.
is because just to punish you. So avoid them.
Because they went through that that's why I said that. I said it's like culture.
Yeah, exactly. But some
They did it to us. So we have
but this is exactly what is wrong with Ghana in general. The fact that somebody when you went through that you should take people to the same shit. It's like we are not learning from the people before us. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So when I got to Form 3, I made it an effort not to punish the Form 1. I made it an effort to help them as much as possible. Yeah, exactly.
I took that same decision.
I think Kessie played that role because our seniors, the Femarian were terrible.
Yeah.
Most of us,
Exactly. This is the thing.
most of us actually took a step back, and even when we had to discipline
You
the
find
juniors,
better ways.
we
to
did
do
it in a more nicer
very
way.
Radical.
Yes, and they
I don't make you right.
Generally, I think we were kind of soft. So
we were soft on them.
we were pretty
oh
much
yeah, we're
soft.
very soft on them.
That 2005 batch
We
felt
were
at a
soft
point
on
in-
them.
Yeah,
at a
we're
point
soft
in
on
time
them.
felt they could just rock shoulders with us or something like that because we were so much soft on
And
them.
most of them were close to us. They were like our brothers. They were like our, yeah.
It's like it was just me. It's not like the last time I actually spoke to this guy, and he was like, I mean, I told him that some of the things, I actually told him that some of the things that he did was kind of doesn't make
I think it was a
Like,
bigger
just-
guy. It was a
But
bigger
then he
guy.
apologized that he was sorry that he did that.
He did that,
you know? But he just felt like because he was in the second year, he was like a house monitor. He had to do something to prove his seniority and show his. So I was like, I told him that it wasn't necessary for him to go that way because if he actually just asked individuals, if you are more nice to them, they do this stuff. Like this is how. Well, this is how I got actually punished me once because I mean this guy don't understand. So I was a house infirmarian, right? So yeah, young man. Yeah. So this guy came to the house at 9 a.m. or something when the house was cleaned and people brushed their teeth into the gutter because you don't really have a washroom, a bathroom where you can go and brush your teeth and everything. They came to the house and said, and then I was in class. He came there and said, "Who is the house of your house?" So I was like, "I'm the one." It's like, "My house is there." I was like, "How? Why? The gutter has not been clean." I was like, "The gutter was clean. I checked before I came to the class." It's like, "No, he went and the gutter is not clean and there's." So he basically gave me 6 lashes because at 10 a.m. when everybody's supposed to be in class, my house looked like human beings have actually used the gutters and stuff. And unluckily for me, that day I was wearing slip-ons. And he gave me another 6.
Oh, goodness.
So on a very hot Monday morning, I got 12 lashes. I just left class and went to sleep. The whole day I didn't even go back. Because then I was like, what's the essence? Like, it didn't make any sense to me that you met out such punishment for no reason.
Young man was.
I think that young man dude was just something else.
Yeah, so this is the things that sometimes
He had his own way of punishing.
Exactly.
Wasn't really.
I feel like sometimes the punishment and the reasons why you get certain punishments didn't really make sense at all.
Because I don't.
No problem.
What do you suggest?
No, so what I suggest is we should learn to make things different for whoever is coming after us. The fact that you went through doesn't mean that your kids
should go.
Just think of them. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't want my child to go through what I went through in Bishop Herman. Yes, it taught me lessons, but it's not because of the punishment that I learned these lessons. I learned these lessons despite the punishment. Do you get it? So discipline is not just somebody telling you you did this wrong, so they punish you or whatever. Discipline is making somebody aware of what they could do differently and helping them do it.
Coach them.
This is discipline. But just capital punishment, just because.
All right. I remember very well.
Bring the chop box issue so I can apologize on camera once again.
I remember very well. Form 1, I was going to class. Then Shaggy at Kingdom, he just dropped.
That's my school father.
His bucket that I should catch the bucket.
Come on, boy.
Catch it. Come on, boy. And then he dropped the bucket. I have to catch the bucket in the air with my uniform. I should go to BHOBU, fetch him water.
That was my school father, so be careful.
Can you imagine? So when your school father asks you to,
So that means I didn't fetch water that day.
And
let's look at
something
very crazy. Why were boys tearing parabola?
No, that's what I see. So you see, coming up with a point. Yes, I agree. But I'm also saying that you shouldn't forget about that age bracket in which we are there, right? That age bracket you should really, really consider, because again, I don't remember. Maybe you guys don't remember, but I remember that between that 13 going, then maybe some of us we are very slippery and hard headed, right? So no, I'm saying it's a high school. High school. High school ages from 13 or 14, 15, right? We entered there, right? So that age in Akaza is more like prone to experimenting. As a kid, we have kids. Let's be honest, we have kids. 5-year-old crowd catching and 3-year-old catching and no, right? So we have that tendency to want to go out of bounds naturally. I agree. I feel the toughness shouldn't be taken out of it, right? Especially if it's a boys' institution, because like we shouldn't take certain things out of context.
Listen, upon all this discipline, right? On all this training that we went through,
transferred into the adult age.
Why is the school
the way it is?
Why has it so deteriorated to this extent?
Yeah, so I would say
that we upon all this discipline.
So
you're right. That's
the authorities may think they were disciplined, but we may assume that maybe they were just giving us unnecessary punishment. I remember a teacher asked me to go and weed half of the hockey pitch because I did not pay for extra classes.
What was the name of that teacher?
It's a relative. Can you imagine?
Where's our number?
I should go and read half of the hockey people. Remember
He
very
used to
well.
sing that song with his name.
Some of our seniors were
I made
asked
that
to go
talk
and
here
upload
sometimes.
stamps to go and dig, as you were saying, just dig and fill. All these things would lead to some level of apathy. I was suggesting to the how do you call it? Yeah, there's apathy. If people say
Because
do
I
something for your
I've paid
school,
my dues.
they feel like they only had bad experiences in the school. Unlike you saying
Like
that maybe
me.
we should rather assume that it was
Like
tough
me.
illness, but most of them I think that it was bad planning, so they don't want to give back to the school. Because maybe if you ask, I made them now do something for Bishop Herman, it may
Bro,
remind you of the day or the moment.
Yeah, I get that part. But
Bro,
my guy, every opportunity of your life, you have to find a gratitude in it, right? And give that gratitude back. That is where you pay your loyalty to. You owe your loyalty to the gratitude. You know, most of them are acting based on it's bitterness for no
I don't think it's
bitterness for no
bitterness. I don't think it's
reason.
bitterness. One thing I think is
Whatever the cause is,
one thing I also think is a lot of people feel like they've already paid their dues. For example, if you remember first year, because it was anniversary year, we're giving weeks to read. As 4-1 boys, you spend
First school, second school.
exactly. You are basically spending one whole week not going to class. Yeah, you're like one whole week. You're like you declare, you declare it reading, and it's just 4-1 so reading. But you wake up in the morning. Yeah, exactly. You know, you basically wake
But
up like
was it our school only that was doing that?
it was only our school.
I said it was.
It was only our school that was doing the anniversary. And the
No,
annoying
no, no.
part-
The working we are working. The fact is all this discipline.
Oh, it was
we
only
are
our
speaking
school.
about.
It was
No,
only
all
our
this
school.
discipline we are speaking about.
No,
I think it's
I can tell you other schools. Yes, but
Yeah.
this is the thing. So no, but then I don't think there was any situation where Pantech headmaster comes and declares one whole week no class. Just you read dawn, wake up, you read morning, after breakfast, you read, after lunch, you read, after before dinner, you read. It's like, and then on top of that, they expect you to go to for prep and then study. You are tired. There's no water. And you have been up since 4:45 and you have been reading things. No, so in the end, yeah, exactly. And then think about it. The annoying part, the whole annoying part about this is, as science students, we didn't have a chemistry teacher then. Nobody was thinking about it. We didn't have a chemistry teacher. So 1B, when 1B, the whole of first term, we didn't have one chemistry lesson. We still had to write, we still had to write chemistry exams with everybody else. We didn't have this, but we were also expected to read. Like, I mean, the annoying part was the headmaster came and was like,
No,
the work that you have done the whole week is not enough, so we're declaring another week.
I feel that.
So in the end, no,
So
so
was celebrating anniversary.
who gives a shit? So in the end, I think a lot of us feel like you have already paid your dues. You know, if I spend all of this time, because I also one feeling that I have most of the time is most of the successes that come from Bishop Herman, from when I know it, it's not because the school or the teachers were putting a lot of effort in, because the students were there
Individuals.
and working and studying. I can tell you, for example, all of those boys who are all over the place, I know how they studied, and it's Aka and the rest too.
Mecano and all that.
They spend nights. I was too lazy to study, so
I don't know how that was lazy. You were still going.
they spend all night. No, so they spend all night studying. Like people put in a lot of effort to study. You know, so and for me, my experience in Bishop Herman, it's I don't know what other people's is, but even chemistry was only in third year that we had some intermittent chemistry classes.
I think
most. The guy who was Meteku.
Meteku came in at one point in time, but
what's the name? The tall guy, and then the chemistry.
A young man.
No,
he's Meteku.
That's Mr.
Commander. Commander came in at some point, but Commander only
This
came.
old man.
Yes.
Young man.
Physics.
Nahe.
No, not your hair.
But yeah.
Mr. Nyahe.
Oh yeah.
Nyahe was chemistry.
Nyahe
No.
was biology.
No.
But
Nyahe was biology.
I think he stepped in.
Nyahe never taught. He taught us biology in first year. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
After first year, Nyahe didn't teach us again. So for me, when I was in Sherman, the courses that worked for me, even elective maths, we didn't really have an elective maths teacher because what's the name? Abdul would come and we kind of doing.
The rest is commerce.
The rest, yeah. You know, so and exactly. You get it. So the only subject that I can stand and say we had a teacher from first year to the end was physics. Mr. Bodo.
That old Mr. Bodo?
Yeah, Mr.
And there
Bodo.
was this guy who lived with Mr. Bodo or lived in the same compound with him.
These two.
What was his name? This young dude. He was pretty young then. He was
Apadi. No. Oh.
Yeah.
Otaya, he was the name, extra classes. He was quite young.
I don't remember him. But whatever it is, I can only tell you that
It's on.
it's okay. Yeah, it's working. I can feel it. So yeah, but this is the thing. So in the end, I can say that in the end, if you think about it, we didn't really get the input that we needed from the teachers. But we were expected to work as if we were slaves. So you spend all your time working, less time with teachers, and then your headmaster will always come and declare another week or so. So the thing is,
Bishop Herman did not impact in maybe your parents.
yes, I can tell you. No, I can tell you for a fact that if you ask me what I learned from Bishop Herman, it's how to live in a community.
Yeah.
It's how to push
survive.
It's
Because
how to push
most of the-
myself beyond what is available.
That's
This is
basically
it.
the survival.
But I didn't learn it from the
Yeah.
teachers. I learned it from interacting with my friends, my colleagues, and how the seniors treated us. And I also learned it from surviving in such an environment where basically nothing works.
I would say.
Do you get it? So in the end, if I sit down and think about how far I've come, I don't really see how much the Bishop Herman itself
but
as an
then
institute has played in my life.
The thing is,
Well, just a minute. So one, no knowledge impact. Yeah? You only took the survival instinct.
Which you could have learned in any environment.
Yeah.
which
And
again,
let us not think that we are the only ones that took all these survival skills and
I
then
think most Bishop Herman
and then we out of the blue or whatever we became very successful. Think about other schools like Presec, other schools like Adisado, Achimota. Do we know the statistics of how successful their students are?
I can tell you one thing about Achimota School.
Yeah, and
Achimota School, they are literally mentored.
Exactly.
But let me bring this point up also, if I may. How do you call it? We are speaking about these things about. We started from the seniors. You mentioned the seniors were. No. This is now we are looking because the school is an institution, right? So the seniors, the professors, the teachers, professors, right? And then the headmaster. The management, we don't have shit. Like this school now we mentioned about it. I think they have better management structure.
Yeah.
There was a core structure there. I said people didn't know what the hell they're doing. Like I didn't be throughout. Because like I'm saying, at that age, 15, 16 years explorating.
Because that dude can come to class and end up sleeping.
Oh, and I forget about that part only. But at the end of the day,
This geography teacher, I think Big Joe.
No, but Big Joe didn't.
Big Joe.
Big Joe, the style of teaching was.
Big Joe, regular students, he was able to
It was able to come to a level.
Yeah, but he didn't even stay for long. He's a fair guy.
Nah, he was a great guy.
And look at Big Joe. Look at Big Joe's. Look at the demeanor of Big Joe. How
extra classes.
friendly he was to the students.
could be that he was young and he's been through similar systems.
Did Big Joe ever punish any of you guys? No.
I don't know, Big Joe did not sell.
But see, as I've grown to Krasi, right now I've grown a little bit. You're looking at the it was
Oh, we are
more
really
like-
old. And it's been free for almost 20 years.
you
now.
know what I'm saying? So 20, let's say we are 20 years old, we are mature, right? So Big Joe felt like, because there's a saying that can you be I've been at that level before, and perhaps I can understand. I can talk for you guys because you said with me more you are trying to live on your own, but an authority, and there's not balance, whatever. You're still gonna go out of bounds. I mean, kids were still getting out here, coke from town.
Yeah.
Never call when we vacate and go home service, even worse, maybe sometimes, but then because you don't stay home. I mean, you have the comfort of your parents, right? So many things, but at the end of the day, there's a proper management now. Once you pass through, and even the seniors are being statistic, as you say, you know that the school system, the structure overall with the management and how it's set up, still welcoming, right? It's still giving you those avenues of opportunities now. So, so those boys are able to go back and do for the school with open heart. Like,
But not
that is
all
what
the
it's
years.
talking about.
They are able to give back.
Yeah, exactly. So
Exactly.
when you go
So-
back, you are proud that
So,
you've
but
been
don't you think
Why are we not able to give back to the school?
one.
They should start from the top.
Okay. One,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at all of these schools that we are talking about, they have a very organized national executive system where they coordinate and really play a major role. And you don't have this with NEC. You need such a strong national front to push the issues. If the national front is playing a major role in developmental projects, it will encourage the old students who are not part to step in.
Yeah.
But I don't know what NEC does. I don't know what NEC project is. I don't know what the agenda for
NEC
the year is.
NEC
I don't know what
actually,
it is. You
NEC
get- So we don't have a leadership. It's the same thing. So we come down to the same point. We still have this senior system which never worked in school. That's now translated into the national level. So they feel like we are seniors. I was an SP. I was your senior back then. So you as a junior, you don't have any right. So it's still running as if you are still in school, but we are not. This is the problem. This is exactly where it
And
starts.
it kind of reflects in this thing too. The giving aspect.
Exactly.
We are so much willing to give, but we
It's
lack.
nothing.
I mean, we lack that structures.
That's it.
Bobu-
There's no structure,
Bobu-
they are wasting your
I
time,
mean,
bro.
Bobu
Yeah,
NEC,
the only structure.
Accountability is the other part of it.
exactly. So
But if you have
When you
structure,
give,
have structure,
you won't be able to
you want
make-
to see results.
Yeah.
Like when
you won't be able to make all those accounts when you have good structures.
John Paul, let's call a spade a spade. Bobu NEC has
Failed
been
us.
a huge disappointment. Bobu NEC, they have to dissolve this group,
It's nothing. You
and if possible,
What is the next?
we have to file a lawsuit against some of the executives. They have been a huge disappointment to us, the school, and the whole nation,
the whole Pando town.
the whole Pando town. Imagine that we contribute money to rehabilitate the house one, the giant block, the block that gives a face to the school.
that's the original school.
That's the school.
School, is it privatized?
No. It's still under the government. Yeah.
Yeah, but we know God. The
So what of the
Charlie-
So are we?
government? What rules do they play?
Oh nah, Charlie. You know, say the government no go do
So
anything.
no, by the other schools, it's like
Charlie, those guys, Charlie, they be well organized.
and
oh.
they come ahead. So you say the boys
If someone wants to fly, obviously I would like to fly.
the leadership for the government for change.
Somebody, maybe we should contribute by
Get some shareholders and money. We have the private enterprise.
So for one,
Yeah.
so one thing if you really want to see, if you want to see,
I'll buy the phone.
So personally, this is what I feel. This is what right now with what we know about the giant block, right? whoever has been there and seen the state of the giant block, I don't think we can rehabilitate that block or we can renovate it. No, that building needs to be pulled down.
So people they sleep inside.
Charlie, right now that building be ghost town. Nobody there inside. It be death trap. They move them to other houses. And see, the government try building some other houses, and they start the building project and they don't complete it. And everything is just there like that. Why don't you?
Exactly. This is where we need the national executives to keep a very strong.
That group needs to be dissolved.
We have a very strong national. No, because right now
they're a huge disappointment. Let's just face facts.
And then exactly now
it's just very sad.
I think it's going to even be worse now because with this giant block debacle, they basically have shown everybody, including all of them, every bubble worldwide. Even though if you look at people are not watching, but people are watching, that they are not reliable, and that whatever they try to do, and it's not just bubble money, because they ask for contribution from everywhere. Yeah.
For where? With money.
Also contributed.
I say make they even account to ourselves, Charlie. The thing go, the whole thing go make like as if like Abyssinia. Why they ask me, and some of them went to they went to the extra mile of wanting to know who this guy was, who is questioning the authority. I'm like, really?
So see, Obo,
I give you money for a course. Show me what you use the money for to right now attend fight.
No, but then if from all this discourse, what I got is the same thing that happens in Japan. When you're in Form 1, a senior is a senior and you cannot ask them anything. And this is the same thing that transpires to the whole gang.
Yeah, exactly.
But Charlie, honestly,
it's a cultural thing. This is really
the honest truth is they have to tell us what they use that money for. You see, so there's a new front. There's a new front that has been developed. BHOBU North America. I think they had it in the past. It collapsed for whatever reason. I don't know. So which one is that one? BHOBU North America is a new front that has emerged. They are trying to gather all Bishop Herman old boys. Oh, me, I come out myself. They are trying to gather all Bishop Herman old boys in North America. Come up with a strong force so that they tackle developmental projects one at a time. So now I think they are trying to focus on the entrance to put up an edifice. That's what they are doing now. And Charlie, you know me easy. How you do Charlie, some this thing we can them do. Some
Alex, you just propose to them.
I'll go there.
Some of us want to buy it.
I think it's cool.
I think it's all about the leadership.
I wish
Remember this one.
It's all about leadership.
I wish I could comment about this.
Oh yeah, sports. Peter Megachi.
I wish I could comment about this neck thing, but so far as I'm not part of neck, and I don't know what is going on.
Yeah,
but I would say that. Like maybe the aspect of BHOBU that I handle, which is the BHOBU games and BHOBU games, like when I call on them on that part, they've been supporting because I believe that the BHOBU games was the best medium to bring all BHOBUs together.
Okay.
And I was expecting that maybe we could leverage on such platform that brings together over 2,000 old students every year to push some of these things for people to come back.
But you see, beyond the games, what are we benefiting? Is it only a social gathering?
So, okay,
do you understand it?
I'll say this. No, we've all shared some experiences which all lead back to us. That because of what we experienced back in the school, most people wouldn't want to give up because the school reminds them of what the hardship or the pain they went through.
Yeah.
So I even suggested some time back that we could get maybe a reconciliation. People should come,
speak there,
and let it go. But even if there's no reconciliation, I still believe that maybe when it gets to a time, let's just forget and take it that it was part of life, and let's forget. And give back. But even if next,
But you see,
if next is inactive or malfunctioning, I think that year groups.
that's why you won't pray.
I think that year groups could be solid, could be strong enough to push like project agenda for the school, even if NEC is not doing it. We've done it before.
I mean, actually, at this level now, we need an edifice. When I'm talking about an edifice, it's like pulling down the whole of House One and rebuilding it. You understand?
That's a huge. Let me tell you one thing.
Charlie Charles.
I'll now tell you about that.
All those rocks over there.
One thing. House One.
Charlie, that be solid ground, though.
House One project or House One building was awarded to get fund. So anybody who wants to start that project.
Oh, okay, I see.
Contractual issues.
Okay.
Get fund.
I see.
So yeah. So what we need is to push through maybe the government for get funds to do it.
So why don't we push individually? Why don't we all come up with one voice, right? If I do a video, we push it. Somebody else do a video, we push it, and see if we can. Yeah.
Ghana we did. Let me tell you, Ghana we did. If you don't have any political talk, it's very difficult to get anything.
Oh, yeah.
And those with the numbers are not forthcoming.
No.
Doing for the school.
The showbiz guys cannot push such developmental agenda. It's the politicians, but
so they can voice out.
What
do you want them to say?
People, come on,
Go and fix my school for me.
With the numbers that they command.
But Bishop, the House One project has been aired on many of the national televisions.
Joy FM and all that.
Several times.
The chief have gone
even the bishop, even the regional minister of education promised that you.
So what is the problem? Why are we not?
We come back to
the
politician because
Charlie, we have a long way to go.
Unless we are able to push some an old student to become maybe a minister or something.
This former sports minister.
Forgotten
his name. The one who went to Brazil and went to drink coconut water. This guy, he was there, he was making more. He couldn't do it. You know, and the thing is,
he was an old boy.
Yeah, he's an old boy.
Yeah.
So
they'll be
some forces are just holding everything back. Like I keep saying, let's just sell it out to an individual. Honestly, boy, let's sell out the school. JP, do you have any idea when Get Fund got the contract to build or to work on that one? Or when the contract was
a long time ago. They came to fix the staircase, and even that it was only some concrete pillars that they erected, and Charlie, that was it. And the place was just abandoned. Yeah, very sad.
They are not ready to.
In a good shape when we were there.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
So clearly, they are not ready to.
There was a lot of bats. You know. Yeah.
After all these years.
Before we also think of the bigger one, because I don't think most of them
So let's just forget about House One. Let's just leave House One.
What is the plan? If you don't have a plan in place
JP.
in terms of rebuilding it, you can't just go and pull it down.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because once you pull it down, now you commit yourself. Yeah. So you are now responsible for it. So
JP,
this is all something that got
why don't you
thought through.
Okay, let's just forget about House One. Let's get fund handle it. Lavatories.
I'm thinking that
Those boys still there.
If year groups are
Those boys still there.
When they had when Joy FM went to
I suggested something.
I saw that.
Those boys still there.
They had a key staking.
I suggested something before. No, if you see Ola now, almost every year, a year group goes to Ola to do something, homecoming every year. If we are able to just have a plan that year groups that are maybe 30 years old should put up an edifice. This becomes like a model that
Every year group will
So
follow.
you know that before you get to 30, you have to do something for the school. So if it takes you 5 years or 10 years to plan, then you know that was when
But
we
2004
were going
year
to
group.
when
How
we were
many
going
of us are on the
our
group?
10 year when I was the president for our year group.
Mhm.
That's when I left that agenda for us to build the urinal. When we're handing over the urinal, I invited 2005 president, handed over to him,
Yeah.
and I challenged him that when they are also attaining their 10 years, then
They should do
they
something.
yeah, and they did something. Maybe they should
have invited the
also
2006.
invited 2006.
And then the
Yes,
thing will go on.
and now, and it's also leadership. Now we are almost 20 years.
Actually,
We really have
we
any plan for such things. So maybe we could have those leadership dynamics, but if year groups should take it upon that, whether NEC exists or not, let's put it aside, because the year groups are more formidable than year groups because we know each other based on we are all 2004 and we've all met together as 2004 and we all have that connection. So I can easily talk to a boy and convince a boy to give me some $100 or Cassie to give me some 50
how much money?
euros or Charles to give me some $10.
2,000
You would understand me. But maybe if someone from a different year group
say $10.
or how much are you giving them from check?
I want to buy this. I like that.
Make the auction up.
So I think if every year knows that when they attend their 20th anniversary, they need to go do a big project in school. Maybe they can decide, okay, from 10 years, they'll start planning towards it. If it's maybe everybody is targeted to pay 1,000 CDs or something, and every year you're giving 100 CDs a
But
year.
Paul, I think that it kind of also wound back to Kes's point. What he went through, right?
Mhm.
So
The apathy I was talking about.
exactly. So if that doesn't change that, you don't think that the cycle is still going.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
we
it
cannot
still
turn back the hand of time. The harm has been caused.
right. So
But those teachers who punished or those seniors who punished you cannot now come back to apologize to you or change those punishments. I think we need to understand and say, okay, it was a moment in my life. Let me forget about it. Let it like be like it was part of my life. But let me help the school because I would have been maybe prouder if I take my son or child to school to show him that this is the school that I attended or this is the secondary school that I attended. But how many of you would maybe if you go back to Ghana would take your kids to
It ain't gonna happen.
What about this guy?
You guys have been the one in the education system here. How do they get these things, all these buildings maintained here? Versus what we do back home?
It's a culture.
Man, it's a culture.
You already start from there.
It's a culture, man.
Why don't we challenge ourselves? Because most of these schools are out there, it looks like people
They have a plan.
they have a plan and they have control also.
But
the things
it's not even that. It's not even that.
So-
The state authorities also mandate that you do this, so they have building inspectors and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
We cannot no, of course we are talking
we are micro.
Those people in Ghana who are mandated to do this,
Then you can't take
they
some
don't even
points.
go to do
No,
it.
those are macro level.
They just stay in their offices.
So all we want to focus on is we can control. We have to control and control, right? That's the risk management. That's how crocodile. That's their part. You want to fuck it up. It, me, I feel say like a tradition. No, tradition takes time as well. So in a legacy, it takes time to build a legacy.
There is a practice that I think has been washed away: farming activities. Do you guys think it's a laudable idea that they should revamp it? No. It's different. Where farming is huge here.
And again, that is I'm making a point. Yeah, you interrupted me. No, see that what I'm trying to. That's why I mean. That's why most of the time I feel like.
But now they don't have the farms anymore.
That's why I keep saying say the page.
Oh man.
Look, that's why I say the page. We talk too much because if you want to build something, you want to make something work, you should look at a long term goal and short term goal, right? And then we kind of handle it in a way.
Ones, you know.
And he's getting upset to see him talk. Then we stop all this nonsense. So if that's all, then you control it. You control your own stuff, right? So what I'm trying to say is, yes, the structures and all those things, they are very important. But besides that, what other things are we doing? The human beings passing through the school. What tradition would they? Besides the fact that we become hard dudes, but we become hard dudes and forget. I say you grow up in, like a step home, they beat you a whole lot. Yeah, I was fuck this home. I'm out, right? Exactly. So, but what is that? Dibina is more like love. The brotherhood is still there. I see it, I feel it, I know it. But the action plan that let's make the first step. Yeah, probably know say where it's coming from. No, the tradition, the ground is not solid. What is a 10-year plan? Something we can also include in the schools because I know that most of us have businesses, most of us have companies. We can start plugging these kids in because the system in Ghana, I know that Ghana doesn't have a plan. You go to school and you're out. We need structure, yeah, but experience counts. So what can we do to include these kids?
I
Maybe
think for now, I mean, the way the economy is structured, you can't really take students from it. But what we
okay.
can do for the school is to change some of the stuff. Like, it's not a lot of expense to get a mower and get
Thank
somebody
you.
to cut the grass.
Yep.
Just drive around the
Those
grass.
things.
So that in the end, when somebody comes to the school,
See how
your first duty is not to
to go and weed.
Okay, Kessie.
They
No,
don't have-
I
Kessie.
don't think they are weeding anymore.
Kessie, that
I don't think they are weeding anymore.
but that see that's not my please let me land. Let me land.
talking about changing the culture.
True. That part no those
I'll respond to this.
yeah those that thing like that is true. We don't need to do it. It's if it's something let's say we have included in the plans that it will be handled that. Now the world is becoming very dynamic by the day. It's switching gradually. How can we help these kids catapult or maybe where they are to like 10 years ahead of them in something practical? Maybe something the world
like mentor them.
introduce something in the school and kind of make it in a way that everybody needs to squeeze through and pass through it. With that involvement, teachers, it will change from the kind of teachers that need to deal with these people because
What to be the this is why just so we have to change the whole culture of the
yes,
school.
yes,
Basically
the whole
everything.
thing tradition.
We should move away from it's a place where you train to become a soldier to a place where you get an education.
We cannot take that out of it.
No.
We should include
When,
that.
no, so what
Yes,
see?
soldiers of Christ.
Yeah, so when we started talking, the first thing you said is it's like a boot camp.
Yes.
So basically, you are training to be a mindless soldier. Wait.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And
I like
we
that.
we do this. Oh, you become hard, but we never actually talk about the education. The basic reason why we all go to Germany is to get an education. But in the end, we come out, and this is the last thing we actually talk about.
So why don't we get a balance?
Exactly. This is the thing. So let's change the culture. Why don't we now say you don't go to German to become a hard
Nobody
person that can fit into every. Yes.
Nobody went there with that.
Let's not make that the basic thing. What about you say you get an education? If somebody is going to, let's say, Harvard, for example, the first thing you think of the quality of the education.
Yeah.
Let's make it such that when you go to Bishop Herman, the first thing when you mention Bishop Herman, the first thing you hear is education.
But,
When you know,
at the 2004 there about Bishop Herman was a giant. Before then and all those.
but
things.
Bishop Herman wasn't a giant.
No,
in
it wasn't.
2004.
If you
it was
read
a
that-
giant in 1980 something
Okay.
when they had it.
But they failed to maintain that tradition.
Yes, why?
And
Because the
become-
focus of the school changed.
Yes. Yes.
When the students were actually students and had teachers and were being taught, and the focus of the school was on education
Yes.
rather than on
Yeah.
training you to become the most responsible person in the society.
But could we say that back then they were not
No, they had
as John Paul says sadistic than
no. It's not about being. They were a bit more mature.
And then-
true.
yeah.
Exactly. But the thing is, when you look at it, when you look at it,
Uh,
the focus of the school has really switched from education to I don't know what it is.
if I mention Achimota right now, what do you think about Achimota?
Yeah, doing
Education.
something. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, education. So
That's what I'm
this is the first thing. So let's
Yeah.
let's try to exactly. We are living on past glory, and so yes,
That's the same point I'm
So,
saying.
yes.
Achimota has something they can boast about.
it's education. That's what they
You see,
but when you-
practicality is the way. And
Exactly.
man, all these
So-
other schools, all this
Exactly.
money at the end, they are
It's
more
fine.
hands.
It's great. When you go to Achimota school and the rest, yes, you clean, but you don't go weeding because they have people who weed. So you clean bathroom and stuff. This teaches you responsibility, scrubbing and stuff.
But even
This is
this,
fine.
even this cleaning stuff you are saying, there's a documentary I know where Japan is the neatest country in the world because they allow their
to clean. They don't allow them to weed. To cut. They are weeds everywhere. No, they are weeds everywhere.
Japan is not structured like
Yeah, they are weeds everywhere. But no,
we need to start from our level and
see, that's the thing. We always say we are trying to start from our level, but we never even go a step ahead to do it. We are always thinking about this is what we have, so let's keep it this way.
yeah,
No.
but we know our people, the people we are dealing with.
No,
the
see,
radical change. The Ghanaians,
we keep saying radical change. Yeah,
it's the attitude they have.
exactly.
You need to
But
finesse
if
the
you don't,
attitude
but
and
if
make
you don't
them
know,
make the move.
you shouldn't. That's the thing. If somebody has a radical attitude, you should also take radical measures to change it. Do you get it? So what we should do now is okay. What can we do to change the Bishop Herman culture and make it more education focused?
Education
Make it education
now
focused.
the education right now.
We need to wrap up.
Right now, the world is changing.
So we should change it, but we are not changing.
Yeah, so that is where we will come in and set the precedent.
Exactly.
You know, for the
The
people
easy,
that
what's the easiest? The easiest thing we can do is IT.
Some of our colleagues get some of those punishments.
Oh yeah, that's what the punishment. Yeah, but the punishment should match the offense.
I'm just going to say my last word. We just need to wrap up because we have about 5 minutes to 2. Yeah. So in wrapping up, I'm still all out for selling the school. I want to buy the school. Bishop Herman, are you selling? I want to buy the school, privatize it, and develop it because I'm not giving my city to anybody again. Let's sell it. Honestly, yeah. When they put it on when they put it out for sale, yeah, people will actually jump on it. People will want to buy it. Yeah.
Somebody will buy it first.
Honestly, yeah, people would like to buy it and do whatever they want to do with it, and that would really go a long way to even build. Develop the school.
I agree with Jesse. It's a beautiful thing we had.
Because just imagine we having this whole thing with Get Fund for ages now, and nothing significant coming up. So please, personally, let's sell this school. All right, just have your last.
Bishop Herman is situated in a geographical location that is envious. You understand? If we don't come in to help, the school is going to collapse. Yeah, I mean, they are still, the kids are still in the classrooms and all that. So let's not say that it has collapsed. But Charlie, I strongly believe that something can be done to revamp. You know,
Access to the home. My money still there.
Charlie, Lakeside, Lakeside, Rock Top.
My partner went to see that. Definitely, we all had. I tell you, we all had one of. We all had one or two bad experiences, but we just have to understand that maybe it was part of life. We'll be prouder, or we'll be more proud if we go back to Bishop Herman and the school is looking like
top notch.
Yeah.
Look at this adult.
That can be done. All those schools you mentioning, their year groups,
The road.
their year groups are solid, their year groups are well organized, and their year groups are the ones holding the school.
Government money there inside.
Infantipim.
No, the government money is the macro, having ministers and big men coming from your school. Now, you people, most of you people align to one party, political party.
If you go
or
sleep
the
in a
other.
road, then you go cry. If you go sleep in a road for
if,
German.
so if party switches, you are not able to benefit because
I say
most of your top
Mauli,
men all belong to.
when it comes to structures, Mauli is far better than German.
So I just think that we just need to put together to be very solid.
When it comes to structures, Mauli is far better than German.
Education days, like
So
is
I just think that
very
we just need to hear groups to be very solid. We like
Peter who said before says
is it every girls or Wesley girls and the rest? There are year groups 2004 and the rest were able to raise 800,000 Ghana cedis and the rest to do projects.
Why? Because they have a society.
yeah.
Don't you have BHOBU for society? a question for another day. My final words. BHOBU neck.
So for so what I'll say is
House is
I mean,
on fire.
Sherman definitely has a lot of potential, right? But we really need to rethink what we want the school to represent and what we want people. It's important that anyone who goes there gets this education first, and then you can add on the things. If you're not getting the education,
I like how you think, it's also always good to have professors in the house.
Yeah, I'll say
The focus on education, I like how
you get professor, you get PhD student.
secondly,
Yes, sir.
you get a critical thinker over there. Or
First time. I mean,
let's just
Secondly,
find the school.
where go put a jail for?
Take us.
secondly, if you really want to create an opportunity for the students, then we have to think about IT, getting very good internet in the school at least, because once you have internet, you have access to the whole wide world, and even students can learn basic programming or data entry skills. This can actually even earn money for the school.
That's my whole point I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Because look, there are so many things we can talk behind the scenes from the camera here. We can implement low key. And right now the world is
It's changing.
that's why I say
this is the thing.
we are focusing on good things, but they are
The talk is too much.
we are focused. They are majoring.
So
on
why
minors.
don't we focus on one thing? If it's internet, why don't we focus on internet?
Yeah, but then you cannot really put out this infrastructure without the school being involved.
Exactly.
So we have to push, because whatever project you want to do in the school,
Yeah, you gotta get
you have
it
to
on
get
board.
the school authorities on board. You have to get them to choose, to close everything.
But these things.